Lethal Gaming's Mage of Symphonia versus...
Not Luminosity Gaming.
Yeah, versus N!
Yeah,
My
Mage of
program
Symphonia,
autofills, so I have to manually switch it off.
the
Feels bad,
Rosalina
man.
player in Mage of Symphonia, and the Ryu player in N.
Oh, goodness. This could be a stock right here. Oh, doesn't land on the plat, but still continues.
Yeah, this is exactly what Mage will do all the time.
Man, he hit him once and took him to 75.
That being said, Ryu is very good at... If Ryu gets you to 75, you're dead.
Oh, yeah. Ryu also, though, has very little aerial drift, and that's why it was so easy for Mage to get all those up airs. Continue. Oh! I love that he was smart enough to realize, hey, I've already dealt some good damage to this Luma. This Shoryu is okay because it will kill Luma, so I don't have to worry about that punish on the way down.
I'm going to find that back air. Now N's got the lead.
What was that hitbox? Why did it send him that way?
Oh, Downer does that.
I know it does, but why? That was really unfortunate for N. Put himself in a really sticky situation. But he does have Mage at extra death percent.
Yeah. I mean, Shoryu, Tatsu, and on the platform maybe.
Having trouble setting up his pressure against Mage when he has Luma there. Luma is really making him uncomfy. He back-aired Luma and still got jabbed.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate. I think that's just things he needs to get used to in the matchup.
Yeah, Rosa has that meat wall, and that meat wall, unless it is not present, a lot of your moves will be unsafe. And doing a very good job of getting rid of that meat wall.
I don't like that he's going at these low percents in that situation for the Shoryu. I mean, maybe that's just his way of getting rid of Luma. Maybe that works. Maybe I'm uneducated on the Ryu-Rosa matchup. But I really wish he wouldn't stale that kill move so early.
Yeah.
He's been using it quite a bit.
That being said, you know, if he's at 10, 15%, Shoryu may not be a bad idea, just because it's not going to kill yet. Wow.
Okay, gets rid of Luma. Okay.
He can absolutely kill him with Shoryu right now.
That was an interesting extension with the F tilt. Not very often do you see that from Ryu.
Yeah.
Yeah, got him a tech chase situation as well, but he wasn't able to lead up into the Shoryu. Now Luma is back. Oh! Goes for the shield breaker, but not enough pressure on the shield to break outright. Goes for the high recovery. Doesn't want to commit to the Tatsu. Doesn't get punished for the second one either.
That Tatsu is really well timed.
Wow, didn't take his opportunity to maybe strong jab Luma there. Could have taken care of it. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
Or just Shoryu out of the jab pressure. Mage is always the kind of guy to have a smile on his face after that, though. Like,
well, he's also got to laugh because he's like, I mean, he's gotten his fair share of pretty ridiculous kills.
I mean,
like,
you either laugh or you get salty, right?
He's like, I play Rosa, I cheese people, and I get cheesed. It happens.
Yeah, it happens. And we're going to see what happens here, Game 2 on Smashville. It's actually N starting off with a very strong performance. Not quite getting Luma there with those two back airs, but going to put on a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely putting on a lot of percent. Even, Ryu's one of the few characters that without a projectile, I feel like will consistently kill Luma off of raw damage, just because his aerials that he spaces with are so strong.
Yeah.
It'll take maybe like,
So we were talking earlier about how Mage gets some pretty fun, silly kills.
Yeah, the fact that you have Rosa and Luma there means you get two hitboxes. Two hitboxes. And that means you beat out Focus.
So I don't know if that was a bait by Mage or if he just panicked and rolled back, but I'd like to imagine that it was a bait where N was going to go for the full Focus as Mage was approaching, and then just rolls back to make him fire it off.
Yeah, and that way you get a big punish. Ooh, pivot grab, unnecessary there, and he loses the punish and instead almost dies.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason...
That's it.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if N Shoryu's Luma and then it hits Mage, is that staled?
I actually don't know how that works.
He's dead.
Dakpo would probably know, because that would also be like something you would know from doubles.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if it
I would
Because there's a
imagine,
difference between hitting at the same time and then hitting consecutively.
I'd imagine it would stale it a little bit.
Interesting. Well, right back to Smashville for Game 3.
It's important to note not only that, but because if you use Shoryu on a Luma and then it hits Rosa afterwards, because of the hit stop from Luma, it actually gives Rosa time to shield that. Or more time to react to shield that to give you a big old punish. So you got to be real careful about that.
Yep. Oh, he's got the spin in Luma. And Mage did not want that, apparently. So, and already knocking out Luma. This could be big. Okay, so that's a moment where you definitely don't want to steal the Shoryu. Okay. Because now he's got to get a lot of hits in with Ryu, which means more than one neutral win. And, you know, by that second one, he's already in percent to be killed by a stale that Shoryu.
It's so hard to get down as Ryu in this matchup because...
Okay, so he avoided the second hit that time.
Yeah, avoid the Luma. Oh,
Dead.
no. Wow.
Oh, he's alive.
That was some sloppy edge guarding from Mage, letting that Tatsu intercept. There we go.
Oh, yeah, using
that was
the Luma.
great spacing of the Luma.
And that's one of the big cross-ups that you're, one of the big mix-ups that you get there to confuse people.
Wow, that was great. Back air not safe on hit at those low percents, so you can just come back out with a Shoryu of your own.
But going back to that back air, you know, you see, you know, Luma is the character that you hit and the percentage builds. You focus on her. And so when you're coming down and you're trying to avoid a move, you focus on avoiding Rosa rather than avoiding Luma.
That's one thing that I think N could use a little bit of work on in this matchup is at first imagine Luma as the target. Space your back air tipper on the Luma. That way you're not like mid-thigh smacking the Luma and then the tip of your foot is coming and hitting Rosa's shield and she gets a big punish.
I thought you were saying imagine as in the Wii Fit player. And I was like, what does he have to do with this?
What does he have to do with this?
Okay, he's got to get through Luma again now. 129. That's a lot of rage.
And's not taking a lot of his opportunities to get rid of Luma. He separated them earlier and just decided to let her stay there while he tried to advance on Rosa.
And even right there, too.
There, we
And
get
again.
the big missed opportunities. You hit Rosa away, you get rid of Luma, and then you're allowed to play your game.
All he needs is a Shoryu.
That's it.
And he'll take it. And going on to winner semis.
Wow. I don't know. I feel like there were a couple of like edge guards there and a couple of situations that you should see a lot in the matchup that Mage kind of dropped. I feel like maybe he needs to work on that just a little bit. And if you go through his like matchup history, he also has a history of losing to Kaze. I think Kaze's undefeated against Mage.
Okay.
If not very close to, like with a dominant win streak over him. I'm not sure how Mage in Ados goes. We have a lot of Ryus in DFW, though.
7 or 8 or 9.
Yeah, around 9.
Yeah.
A lot. If not...
Do we want to do our weekly naming of the Ryus?
Maybe we should pass for tonight. But like...
It's like a tradition at this point.
Yeah, there's so many of them. But I think maybe Mage needs to brush up a little bit on just the simple things in the matchup that come up so often. Like when he Tatsus, you should be ready for that punish. Should he be going low most of the time? Yes, but if he gives you the free kill, take it.
Is this winners quarters or winners semis?
This is quarters.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't think this is semis yet.
Because then he would be playing Austin.
Yeah.
Or N, sorry. Yeah. So I feel significantly less bad about losing to N, who is clearly playing incredible this week.
Apparently Mage versus Kaze is about even, but spoilers for this season, it's like 3-0.
Yeah.
At least in Kaze's favor.
That's pre-patch Mage.
I guess. To be fair, this season has been like very short for Mage attendance.
Yes.
Yeah. Been in college in Cali.
That's how it go. So we're going to see likely tryhard Lil Pack, which we did not see earlier.
No, we saw Bowser Jr.,
Yeah.
which is Lil Pack trying to have fun with a video game,
Yes.
which sometimes leads to having less fun with a video game because you've elected to play a bad character that makes you frustrated that you won because you don't have enough options and not because you weren't playing to your potential.
I have to imagine Little Mac would be painful.
Okay, please. No, pick your tag. That's not your tag. You're on the tag for Mage. Run and tell them. Please. Lil Pack.
Emma's going. Emma's going.
Lil Pack. I'm glad they're taking forever. You hear the-
look
hear
at the
thank you.
facial expression. He's like, oh, okay.
And the day is saved. Thanks to the
M.
Powerpuff Girls.